Hey guys, Cody with Princess Craft RV. Come along with me as we go through this TAG Boondock Light travel trailer. So to get you started down here, getting this thing hooked up is going to be our first base. So we've got our coupler latch up front. To use this thing, once you get it lowered onto the 2-inch ball that it's going to ride on, just pick up on this thing and push it forward. Should drop right on. On this latch, you've got these little ears right here that are going to fall down into there. Just make sure that happens. That's going to ensure that you've got a good latch. Once you get to your location to unlatch, all you got to do is pick up on this, pull up and back on it, and that's going to release right off your 2-inch ball that you're riding on. To finish hooking you up, we do have safety chains that are going to hook up to the receiver hitch on the tow vehicle, as well as a safety breakaway cable. This cable here is going to be hooked up to the tow vehicle as well. The cool replacement for this is just a zip cable, because a lot of times these are extremely long and they drag the ground, or they're difficult to hook up and don't really know where to go with them. So it's a good replacement upgrade on that. To get everything working on this trailer for lights and brakes, we're going to hook up with a standard 7-way cord that's going to plug right into your vehicle and give you a charge line. And once again, your brake lights, turn signals, running lights, and brake control for the axle. Moving up from there, we do have this one is equipped with their Boondock tray with the generator. This tray right here fits a nice 2,000 watt generator, so you can kind of get out and dry camp with this thing without having to be at a park. Inside our front cover here, we're going to find two things. One's going to be our propane cylinder, the other one's going to be our battery. Inside you will find a battery. This is a wet lead acid battery, so it does need to be maintained. To maintain it, all you're going to do is pop these two caps off right here with a flat blade screwdriver and check the water levels in them. When you fill them up, use distilled water. Inside there's a little cup, and you just want the water level to be right at the bottom of that cup. Don't overfill it. Under these two black caps right here, you do have a couple of fuses. So if you are having some power issues on the 12-volt side, you're going to want to check those fuses, make sure they're working. Also equipped with this unit is going to be a battery disconnect switch. It turns two ways. You'll see at the top here we've got green. If we turn it the other way, you can see over here it's red. Okay, so green is for go, red's for stop. So if you're not camping and you're got it put away for storage, turn it to red. If you're camping, keep it in the green mode. The other thing is going to be your propane cylinder here. This is just a standard 20-pound propane cylinder that you can get at Home Depot on exchange, or any other exchange place, or you can get it refilled. So to remove this thing, close the valve. It does tell you which ways to open and close. Disconnect your gas line, and then undo the wing nut down here. You don't have to take that all the way off, just loose enough to where you can get the cylinder out. Once you get it loose, just pick straight up on your cylinder, and now you've got your 20-pound cylinder out. Take it, get it exchanged, refilled, whatever you do. Just remember, when you're transporting these, they do need to be in the upright position. Don't lay them on their sides. Once you get back to your trailer after getting it refilled or exchanged, to put it back in, all we're going to do is drop it straight back in. Hook your gas line up. Tighten this wing nut down here. And this thing doesn't have to be crazy tight. You're just trying to keep this cylinder from bouncing around. And if you're in need of using your propane, go ahead and turn it back on. Once you're done with everything under here, to close this down, you're just going to use this bungee strap here to keep it closed. Just pull it down, give that a slight tug, and loop it in. Moving around to the driver's side of the trailer, we do have a door. So to keep this door secured in the open position, we just have these two pieces here that are going to snap right together, and you'll hear them. They do make a pretty good audible pop. So that's going to keep that door latched in, and these are actually really stout. I like them. They stay in place very well. To get it to relieve, just grab the door, give it a good tug, and it pops right out. Moving down from there, we've got your fender, wheel and tire. Lug nuts. Torque them regularly, torque them before every trip. Recommended 100 foot-pounds. And then tires, just make sure you keep up with the tire inflation on them. And you'll want to follow the manufacturer's recommendations that you'll find on this sticker right here for tire size and tire pressure. Moving over from there, we're going to find a couple things. We're going to see this vent right here. This is actually for the air conditioner inside the trailer. I'll show you how to turn the fan on that runs these on the inside. There's one on each side, and that just allows proper ventilation of your air conditioner. Moving down from there, we're going to find a cable jack for hooking up a satellite or park cable to this unit for TV. Just below that's going to be your 30 amp 110 connection. As you can see here, we do have 3 prongs, one being an L-shaped. To get those to fit onto the trailer, you're just going to match up your L shape. Push that on, give it a slight turn to the right, and then use your lock ring to lock it down. And again, that's going to provide all your 110 use for the trailer. That's going to run your outlets plus your air conditioner on this trailer. Moving down from there, outside shower. So this is pretty cool. This thing all stores up in here nice and neat. To use this, all you got to do is push this little collar back here, take your quick connect, push it in, release the collar, and then you're latched on. And it comes with a little spray nozzle here that's adjustable. You just twist the tip of it here to get water to come out to whatever spray pattern you would like coming out of it. When you're done using it, push back on that collar, pop it out. I do recommend draining these, so you'll just want to crack the nozzle open, drain any water that's out that's left in it before you store it. And when you're done, this is all just going to slide right back up in there like that and close it. So behind here we'll find your city water connection behind a key lock with a 751 key. 2 different things that you'll find in here. The one on the left is going to be your freshwater fill. This is going to allow you to carry water on board the trailer to use the water pump to extract. To fill that up, all you got to do is put the water hose down in there and keep it going until it either gushes back out, or you'll see this little vent right down here at the bottom. Water will come out of that. Once you're there, you know you're full and you're ready to go. Connection next to that's going to be our city water connection. Just pull that little flap there and then screw your water hose onto it using a potable water hose with a pressure regulator to keep your pressure regulated to 50 psi max according to nuCamp specifications. Just below that, we're going to find our rear stabilizers. These are going to be used to stabilize the trailer while you're in it so it doesn't tip back. Do make sure they put down, they are not for leveling or lifting this trailer. They are just for stabilization. So you just run them down to the ground and snug them up. Just below, just next to that, you'll see here we do have a freshwater tank drain. It's just going to be this little turn valve right here. All you got to do is turn it, and that's going to drain your onboard water tank. Next to that, on the other side of the jack, you're going to find this little cap, and this is going to be your sink drain for your rear outside galley. All you got to do is take that off. You'll want to put a drain hose of some type on here to run this off and drain it into the park dump. If you're not, collecting it into a tote tank would be an acceptable method. So moving around to the back, on the tag is a clamshell. So to open this thing up, you're just going to have twist latches on both sides that do key lock. You just unlock them, turn them, and then raise this up. It is held up with a couple gas struts. And then this fancy looking device right here that's on the strut, this is actually an electronic gas shutoff for your cooktop, so you don't run into any accidental issues if for some reason you get a leak or something like that. To run the sink water, it's got a water pump switch right back here, and then all you got to do is turn your faucet on with the rotary knob. Now do remember, a tag is only equipped with cold water, so that's all that's going to come out of here, no hot or anything like that. And it does have a drain stopper. Do remember that that cap that was just underneath that I showed you, does have to be open in order for this sink to drain. Moving over from there, we've got your 2-burner cooktop. So to get this thing to light, you'll see on your knob here, you've got off, big flame, light, little flame. So you're just going to turn it to the lighting section up, push and hold that button in, use a stick lighter to light it. Once it gets lit, continue to hold this down for about 5 to 10 seconds until that flame is established, and then let off and you should be good to go. Moving across your galley on the other side, you're going to find a couple of other things. We've got your 12-volt charging port with a 12-volt outlet and 2 USB ports. And next to that, we do have a 110 GFCI outlet that can be tested and reset. So when the red light's on, that means there's no power going through this outlet. This is tripped for some reason. Generally, something was plugged into it that was shorted. So to reset it, you would just push the bottom white button, red light off, everything should be good to go. Moving underneath the sink and the cooktop, you will find your storage down here, as well as access to the water pump, some other plumbing items. But basically, this is just for storage. Anything that you would like to put in there, you can. And the last thing in here is going to be our YETI Cooler. To get this open, you've got these little levers, one here and one on the other side. So grab that drawer, push down on the levers, and slide this thing out. And basically from there, it's a YETI Cooler. It'll keep cold for however many days YETI says it will. When you get ready to close this thing again, this thing is locked in the out position. So again, we do have to push down on these latches to get this thing and hold them down all the way in. And then it'll lock in. Your light up here has a push button on it to give you some lighting back here. And then you do have your miscellaneous baskets that you can store things in, and some speakers for your entertainment while you're back here cooking. Once you're done or you are going to bed and you don't want to keep this open, just close it down. On the back, you'll find mounted, this is where your license plate will go. We'll put a paper tag on it for you, but your hard plate will go there when it comes in. This little antenna up here is going to be your radio antenna. Get you some radio reception for your tunes. Moving over to the passenger side of the trailer, once again, we'll see another one of these silver vents for the air conditioner. Another stabilizer. Lug nuts for you to check and tire pressure for you to check. Caution, not a step. Don't stand on the fenders on this trailer. So just down underneath here, you'll find your spare tire. It's going to crank down. This is going to be the same size drive as your lug nuts. So whenever you get your tool to do your lug nuts, make sure that that socket does indeed fit your crank here for your spare tire. And this just cranks down like your one in your car. You'll see here the diagram that tells you how to do it. Don't use power drills and things on these because it can actually strip the gears out in them. That pretty much covers the exterior of our Tag Boondock light. This door operates just like the other side. So let's go inside and check out a few things. So moving inside the trailer here, we just have a couple things. First off, underneath your mattress on each side, you're gonna have in-floor storage. So you just raise these up, and underneath inside, you're gonna have some storage that you can fit quite a bit. It's pretty roomy. Other than that, just coming in the door on this side, you're gonna find your fire extinguisher. Biggest thing about this up top, you're gonna see the little green button. Make sure that you check that periodically, push it down. As long as that green button pops back up, you should still have cylinder pressure and be good to go. So just below the fire extinguisher, you'll find your carbon monoxide alarm. This is a 9-volt powered alarm. So do check it periodically and make sure that you do test it and replace the battery as needed. The other alarm that you're going to find in here is going to be your smoke alarm. This one's mounted up high because smoke rises. Same thing as the CO alarm. It's a 9-volt operated. Check it periodically and replace the battery as needed. On the front wall of your Tag, you're going to find some stuff. We do have some speakers here, one on each side. Your headboard has storage in it with sliding doors, which is pretty cool. We also have a couple of cup holders built in up here for you. And then we have a charging port on this side with a 12-volt port and 2 USB outlets. And on the other side will be your 110 outlets. Moving up from there, we have your accent lighting. So these can either be clear or white lighting, or they can be blue. So to power them on and off, you just push the button. Blue is going to be your default. If you want white, push and long hold the button. That's going to change it to white. Just above that, we do have a couple of storage cubbies. And inside this door also we have an accent light switch, which controls this lighting along the headboard. And then we have a porch light switch for the porch light on this side. To do your windows on this unit, I'm going to display this one over here. They all operate the same, they just have more latches. So to do these, you're just going to turn these latches. The bottom two have a red button that must be pressed in order to open the window. Once you get it unlatched, you can open this up, you know, and set it where you would like it. To keep it where you want it, just tighten these knobs, and that's going to hold your window in the open position. When you get ready to close it, just support the window in some manner, loosen the knob so it doesn't slam shut, and then it can close. If you just want to ventilate the trailer, you can latch these into the middle position on this track right here, and that'll give you just enough to allow a light breeze into the trailer. Really good in like a rainy situation where you still want just some fresh air. But when you're ready to close it up all the way, pull it all the way in, latch these all the way down, and you're good to go. Now your trailer is equipped with a day-night shade. Top shade's going to be considered your day shade or your bug screen that you can use if you're hanging out in here with the windows open and your vent fan on. Pulls in a nice breeze, but you don't want the bugs. Use that one. Bottom one's going to be your night screen. Blocks it out in here pretty much and keeps anybody from being able to see in while you're in here hanging out. To get it to release, just lightly pull out on this clip here, and now they're released and it'll slide down. So just remember, all three of your windows in here operate the same way, and the shades all operate the same way as well. Moving to the back wall of the trailer, we do have a couple things. We've got storage up on both sides, just little storage compartments that you can see there where you can fit things. On the passenger side, you'll find your Jensen radio. This is going to kind of be your entertainment hub for this trailer. It's going to play the DVDs to your TV. You can Bluetooth pair your phone to it to stream music. Pretty simple operation, and does everything that you would need it to do for this size trailer. Next to that, you'll see this AC fan. If you are running this air conditioner in this unit, you need to have that AC fan switch on. That's going to allow fresh air ventilation to this fan, and because of where it's mounted, it needs that for it to operate properly. To operate your air conditioner, you just have an on-off switch, a fan speed switch, and a temperature setting. So you just turn it on, choose your fan speed, choose your temperature setting, and set your vents where you want them to blow, and that's pretty much it. Just above that is going to be your Jensen TV that can be controlled by remote or the buttons here on the side. One of the coolest things that nuCamp started doing with this was putting a storage unit behind the TV. So to get this open is just this little latch right here. You just push in on it and it's going to pop out like that. That's going to be unlatched so you can swing this open. Once you get it closed up again, you're just going to push it in and that's going to latch it closed. Over here we've got your power distribution center. It's going to be your 110 breakers on the left and 12 volt your 12 volt fuses on the right. This is just going to control all of your 110 and 12 volt in the trailer. So if you're having any power issues, start here. And just below that's going to be a 110 outlet. For your roof vent fan operation, it does have a lock knob on it. So if you're going to open it, do ensure that this is in the unlocked position. And then all you got to do is crank the lid up. So this trailer is equipped with a 3-speed fan. So you can choose your speed setting here. And then it also has the ability to pull air out of the trailer or pull air into the trailer, depending upon this switch over here. So you can choose whichever way is most comfortable for you and run it. When you get ready to hit the road, make sure this thing is closed all the way down and that you do put this in the lock position for travel lock. And I think the last thing that we need to cover is going to be these two switches on the passenger side of the trailer, porch light and ceiling light. The ceiling light's going to be the primary light around this wood accent panel on the ceiling, and the porch light's for the amber porch light over there. I think that pretty much covers your tag boondock light. If not though, give us a call at Princess Craft and we will help you out any way we can.